Hello, welcome to my diary. I'm Tatami, and today I'm feeling pretty fantastic because I'm wearing my big sleeves, which always make me feel so elegant and ladylike. I wanted to share something today, a tarot deck again, but this one is a little different from all my others. Usually mine are Afrocentric, and I also have one that is Mayan because I am half Salvadoran. So yeah, I don't think I have any. Oh, and my Tarot of the Cat people because I love their froze, but they're aliens, so do they count? This one was not for me though. So I did not get a black owned deck because black owned decks tend to be gold covered and expensive and made by artisan craftspeople, one picture at a time, all of that jazz. And not they don't tend to be published by mass publishers. So I wanted to get my children a tarot deck that was cheap, so it could be replaceable likely within the next year. My twins are 4, but I wanted to get them one now so I could start them young. That's a hashtag I'm always using on Spiritual Black Girls on Instagram. Hashtag start them young. So I wanted to make sure I started them young. They love my decks, but I couldn't give them one of my decks, y'all. So I thought, what would be better than to get them a fun deck, a cute deck? I wanted a mini deck, but I couldn't find a mini deck that was just cute and fun, but it wasn't like Hello Kitty or something. I wanted like animal, but fun, but like not just like focused on one like race. I considered bones, but I my kids get really caught up on details. So I was like, let's just get them one that's not. Is this supposed to be spooky? Is this supposed to be no? This is supposed to be something you enjoy, you connect with. The bone decks will come later, I'm sure, in their lives. There will be fun, strange decks to get them. But I wanted them to have a deck that was inviting and fun. And so I found this one, the Cat Tarot. It was between this and one that was like the Pagan Cats. But that one I was only going for because it was a mini deck. And this one came with a little booklet. So, oh, and look at this. This deck has all these cute little details that are just like I'm excited to give this one to them. It will probably be like, I don't know. I'm still debating on how I'm going to introduce it to them, but we'll see. We'll see how it all goes down. So, there's like this little booklet that it comes with, which I thought was really precious. And of course, all the pictures are in there so they can match it up for when they're ready to read all this. But they're young, but they like to look through books that like sometimes like I'll see them on the toilet, y'all, reading like those thick like adventure novels, like things like that, romance novels, but there's no pictures, y'all. It will just be like a very bland cover of like a countryside on the front, and then my kids are sitting there with this huge book like flipping through it like they understand something. So I think that they'll be interested in this. Now, the box is really sturdy. So that's also why I think this is going to be a really great baby's first deck type of thing. On the little paw prints, like with the little hand prints, I don't know if you could even see it. There's like a bunch of those symbols, but there's like a hand, like the palmistry, but then there's also a kitty paw. All right, I'm done. It's cute, okay? It's cute. Now, here's the other things I really liked about this deck. So I tried to show this deck before in a video, and that's why this is all messed up. I wanted it to be my first look through, but I did it at night and it didn't do the deck justice. It's such a pretty like lavenders and so inviting and sweet and precious, and like none of the symbolism is anything even really strange or kind of like it's very obvious and I think perfect for children. So here we have like the Fool with his little cap on, his winter cap on in the sun. Look at him. Like, isn't that just perfect? It's not anything super offensive. It's like that's just not common sense, right? I like it. I really like that one. So let's see. Let's go through this. Okay, so there's just so many really good ones. There's a few that I'm hoping I don't miss, but just very sweet. There's not a lot of people in it, not a lot of hands. In the few hands, there are a few hands that kind of come off as looking brown. So I really appreciated that. Like, they don't all look super pale white, obvious. So I didn't have to worry too much about that. But I think that the drawings are just so inviting and cute. And of course, at the end of the other video I did at night, I just started shuffling them, you know, absent-mindedly, the way one does with a deck in their hand. And so, yeah, they're all over the place, upside down and all around. But I think you can really see them, and they're just so precious. So anyways, I'm really excited for my kids to use this. I'm gonna like be cleaning up their space with all their toys, making sure it's all organized. I don't know if I've said this, but I try, first off, I do homeschool. My kids did not go to preschool. And I am a Montessori trained teacher, but I'm also kind of doing like an unschooled thing. So like I set up the environment, but I also kind of let them do their own thing a lot of the time. So sometimes it's not what I had planned. Sometimes they play in a box or color on a box, you know what I'm saying? So this is just one of those things that I'm going to give them this summer. It's going to be, oh, this is the one I wanted to talk about, death, the death card. Totally appropriate for children, I think. You know, really, it says a lot. It says a lot. It speaks to a fear even children have, right? So I think this deck was a really, really good choice. It's not too abstract. It's very clear, and I think it's something that they're going to enjoy. The devil is a puppy in the deck. Oh goodness, the tower. But yes, I'm really excited, and the kids actually did see the deck sitting up, so they were like, hello mother, can we look at that? And I was like, not yet. I did want to do, because like I said, I do Montessori, so I do try to do the work with them before I just hand it off to them and be like, do this. Because if not, you know, they're going to be treating these like, I don't know, rolling them up, or who knows what they might do, as children are wont to once things start getting like lost all over the house and pieces are missing and that this and that. So yes, very excited. We're almost done. This deck has so many pieces, but they're all very cute, very different cats, very different environments. Each one is really interesting, and I think this will be a really fun deck to learn, look through, etc. Now, do I want somebody to make a black-owned deck for children? Absolutely. Absolutely. I would love to have a deck that had featured little black kids or something like that. I think that would be really charming, sweet, and I would absolutely purchase it for my kids if they could make it for kids, you know, cheap. A $10 to $20 deck, I think, is reasonable to get for your children. So, at any rate, very simple box closing. I don't think the kids are going to have a problem with it. Very beautiful, everything. I give this deck, so far, I'd say a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, just because it's not, like, as diverse, I guess, the people as I would like. But that's just me being nitpicky. At the end of the day, I think that this person did a really good job making a fun deck that is universal and can be used for kids, which was my main purpose. All right, thank you so much for watching my little review on the Cat Tarot by Megan Lynn. I will see you next time. May your ancestors and spirit guides be with you at every crossroads.